even today, the taxi driver here saying, oh, he was quite provocative in his time. We know one of those incidents that you imagine I'm going to ask here was at Lord's. There was an incident you probably get asked about a lot. What was the context of that? What drove your personality as well to do things like, tell us a bit of that.
Actually, I'm a completely different person off the field than I am on the field. Completely. It's like chalk and cheese, and I don't know how that happened. Even during my playing time, I think it was pressure. It was the demand of winning. And I was telling Partho at the start that every time India played in this ground, it was like a home game. We defeated England that day. We did many a number of times. We defeated England. We defeated England that day also. That day also at this ground, and it was like India playing England at the Eden Gardens or Wankhede. There were more Indian supporters and Indian flags at this ground on that Saturday than the English people. And we had lost a few finals before, and I was pretty disappointed because we were getting to the end and not getting the trophy. And we were down and out here also. We were chasing 325 and we were 150 for 5. We were 100 for no loss at one stage and 150 for 5. And people were leaving. My uncle who lives here, he lives in Rickmansworth now. So he left once we were 175 for 5. So he left the ground thinking it's another loss, and he's going to call me in the evening and tell me how rubbish we were and how long they'll keep me as captain. So he had all his script prepared. So as he left this ground and went past Baker Street and A40, and he was going home, we were getting to 200 for 5, 225 for 5. He turned the car around. He turned the car around and came back to Lord's. We were 270 for 5. Luckily, he kept his ticket. Otherwise, he would not have been allowed back into the ground. So he quietly entered and went and sat on his chair, and we finished and we won the game at the end of the day. So that's that day. It was happiness, and it's like when you keep trying for a project and you keep getting declined, you keep getting asked to leave, you know that you've bid for something, you've lost it. You bid again after 6 months, you've lost it. You bid again after 6 months, you've lost it. And 6 months before, the person who won the bid took his shirt off and went around past your company. And England were in India 6 months ago. And we were 3-1 up in the series, and England leveled 3-all. They didn't win it. They leveled 3-all, and one of my very dear friends was around the Wankhede Stadium with his shirt off. He was a lot stronger than me though. He was a lot stronger and a lot bigger built, and he went around Lord's. So 6 months later, I came back here, and we were down and out, and we went and beat them and won the trophy. So I had to reciprocate because I'm a good host. So I had to reciprocate, and we did it. I'm still very awkward about that incident, but I'm told they have in the museum, they have the shirt, and they get the most number of people in the balcony here to come and watch, and they keep asking. I remember once coming to the balcony, and there was a different steward. I would come for work here, and I went up. So he asked the steward, can I go into the dressing room? Because I still feel good because I played my first test here. He said, yeah, please go. I said, can you come with me? So he came with me. And as I was standing on the balcony and looking around, he said, there was a gentleman called Sourav Ganguly who took his shirt off here. I said, oh yeah. And he was a young boy who's never seen me play. And he's saying that, so many Indians come and ask that which balcony was the shirt taken off. So I asked him, is it this one? He said, yeah, it is this one, and I'm looking forward to seeing him. I said, yeah, I think I know him. I'll tell him one day that he needs to be here. So it was out of happiness. It was out of excitement. I was young then, and a young boy, 27, 28-year-old, and you could do different things at that age. And when I finished playing, Star Sports kept showing that picture, that video all the time. So I had to call them up once. And I said, boss, I've got 20,000 runs for India. Can you please show the drives and the cuts and the hooks I've played? Enough of me taking the shirt off and going around. You need to put that in the backbencher and show some of my better innings at this ground. So, one of those days you do a lot of things in life. And it's not something which I repent, but not something which I'll do again.